The first company, Autheos, please come to the stage. And Autheos, you can basically stand right here next to me, whoever's presenting. Okay. And you're going to have 6 minutes.
All right.
All righty. Okay. And so let's see where, okay, there's your presentation. Please reset the counter. And I see you have. Here is your clicker.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
All right. First of all, I would like to thank ICOM for organizing this and building this platform for startups like us to be able to present what we're doing. And of course Unilever, because the Founder Award is really one of the main reasons that we're here, as we've been going through an amazing phase with our startup. After building it for 3.5 years, self-funded and growing organically, becoming market leader in the Benelux, now we've taken on a major investment in March and we're ready to drive our international growth at a really rapid pace. And obviously, a client like Unilever and a pilot with them would massively help with achieving those goals. So first I want to give you guys an introduction to what Autheos in its core has been doing over the past 3.5 years. And then I'll move into what we call basically the new golden standard in e-commerce performance data. Autheos is built upon the fact that having video in e-commerce is massively important for both the brands, having their products on e-commerce websites, on web shops, and for the web shops themselves in order to increase the customer experience and make sure that the brand experience is as good as it can be on the web shop product pages. Research has shown that conversion can uplift up to 64%, and you can imagine what that does to your overall sales, having video on the pages. However, getting video onto those pages is really difficult. It's a very cluttered landscape of different syndication partners who very often work in a one-to-many approach, meaning that as a brand, I have to upload my videos into a platform and then make sure that different web shops start using that platform to get my videos onto their web shop. This is the same for every brand, and they don't benefit from the fact that they both use the same platform. That is where we've made a radical change by creating an open video distribution network that is free to use. What that means is that brands can upload any video to our network. They can tag it with a product code, a barcode if you will, doesn't matter what kind of product code that is, and then we automatically deliver the product videos to all product pages of all of the web shops that are connected to Autheos. And remember, for web shops it's free to use as well. This means that as a brand like Philips, I know you guys are in the room, one of our biggest clients as well, you can upload your product video once, and then immediately in real time you see that product video appear on all of the web shops that are connected to the Autheos network. Over the past 3.5 years, we've grown to now have over 80,000 product videos of over 3,000 brands live on over 450 web shops, making us by far market leader in the Benelux. We're not only active in e-commerce in a classical sense, so buying products, but we've also opened up a massive pilot in automotive together with Renault and lease companies where they present the cars to be able to lease them. And we're now looking to start a pilot in the travel industry, providing product videos of hotel rooms and basically syndicating them to the different aggregator sites. This is a selection of our brands, and over the past 3.5 years we've built a really strong relationship with many of those, and that got us to find out that there's a huge problem existing in e-commerce for many brands out there. And that is that there is no strong, central, universal way of measuring your performance in e-commerce. Different e-commerce partners, different web shops where your products might be sold, they have different ways of telling you how your products are performing. Some might give you a daily overview of your sell data. Some might give you some deeper data, like how many times your products have been viewed or how you're performing against other categories. But it is always a case of having a one web shop overview of your performance there, and it's a very manual process of getting that data. So what we've done, after we got a very vocal request from Dyson, one of our clients as well, who were running a TV campaign over 6 weeks, at a 6-figure budget, and their agency told them like the core KPI for this campaign is going to be a cost per GRP. There was no effectiveness study against this, and the team at Dyson, very rightly so in our opinion, said like, look, can you guys maybe help us to assess what the impact of this TV campaign about a very specific vacuum cleaner is? So we said, yes, of course, that's how we are. And we opened up a pilot with our data, showing them what the performance was of the overall vacuum cleaner market across the whole e-commerce space. Then we showed them what the performance was of that specific brand, so Dyson in this case. And then we were able to show them that the hero product, so that specific vacuum cleaner that was being advertised in a TV commercial, what the performance was on there. And we actually saw that after 2 weeks and 1 day, the performance had flatlined, giving the data or the marketing team over at Dyson the tools to move over to their agency and start a discussion around the next time cutting the budget, and maybe instead of having 1 period of 6 weeks, cut it up in 3 burst periods of 2-week TV campaigns in order to drive much more effective results in the e-commerce space. Well, this led to us building a product which we call the brand terminal, in which we had a few core principles. We only use index data, so we never share confidential data of our clients. We are always real-time, so you have instant access instead of monthly reports from the likes of GfK. We provide benchmark data, such as we did here, and we have a very hyper-local element in our data set, which allows you to see exactly where these people are watching your products online. We've launched this with 3 core brands, Bethesda, Philips, and Belkin. And I would invite any one of you to find me after this session or tomorrow to dive into a live demo of our product and find out what this could do for you and your brand. And obviously, we're very, very interested in the pilot with Unilever. Just want to mention that.
Very subtle. So now at this stage, start the clock for the jury. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, how do you find this gentleman? No. What questions do you have, if any? Any points of clarification?
I would be interested in the revenue business model you've got.
So we actually used to have a revenue model where the web shops paid us licenses of over 100K a year, which is why we were profitable. Now we've made our core video product completely free to use, and we have a very high enterprise license model for our brand terminal, so we basically monetize the data proposition that we have in different factors based on the number of products that you want to have included in your dashboard, for example.
Anybody else?
Apart from the brand terminal, do you also offer for the more basic numbers interfaces to other analytics packages?
Yes, that's part of our standard dashboard. So for example, brands can see for the different videos that they put live, how long has the video been viewed, how often has the video been opened for the specific different products. And that's sort of the core metrics that are always included. And this is really the more in-depth and benchmark data set that we provide at a cost.
Any final question? We have time for one more.
Is the data open to merge with other data for the brand, for your clients?
Great question, and it definitely is. So we not only work with brands directly, but we also work with agencies as an intermediary party, where we can provide log data to them to intersect it with their data sets.
Okay. So then that's it for, was that it for the question? We don't have any more time anyway. So thank you very much, jury. And I'd like to call up the corresponding marketer, Dan Michelson from Telefonica O2. Please come to the stage. So Dan, what do you think? How could you imagine to use this technology, not necessarily your company, but a potential client?
So yeah, it's a great presentation, really, really interesting. One thing I would like to see as well is from a search perspective, an SEO perspective, how can your tool also help from that perspective as well? So how can it help some of the rankings from an e-commerce point of view? I think everyone in this room should be aware video's massive. It's one of the key elements of any marketeer's campaign. Okay, sorry. So I think from my perspective, it would be really interesting to see how you can build over time from a control, which is a TV ad in a digital space. How can you help also from a content perspective? So giving information around what content needs to go in the video and how to access your platform better. I think... Thanks. So also the distribution growth as well. So you've already mentioned that you're plugged into a load of platforms. Yeah. I think what will be really, really interesting is understanding how you can help build brands' growth and distribution as quick as possible. So how is you versus using another platform, how does that differ? And how you can help get scale quickly for brands and distribution fast, I think should be really good things. And then the data that you guys sit on and the insights, actually it'd be really interesting to understand actually what you can do, say if it was for Telefonica, how actually consumers engage with our videos and in what areas to make sure that we're targeting the right content in the right places.
Great. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, and please take your seats. Thank you very much.